Hey guys, welcome back. Defi, degens, drip, and farm poor poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, I got the super bullish best alpha, how to save the drip network and blow this thing up bigger than we ever thought. And it doesn't require any building by Forex. It can actually be built by us within the community. And this thing is 3 times bigger than gambling and gaming combined. And it also integrates Forex's idea of super chats. So if you want to know what this huge monumental thing is that doesn't require him to build it and that we can do ourselves, you want to stay tuned for this, because this is actually a call to arms video, because I can't build it and I can't do it by myself. But I believe within the community, this is something we can actually do. I put out videos before with ideas and they kind of got shot down because they took from the animal farm. But this one actually adds true utility to all of crypto, all of DeFi, as well as capitalizes on this mass adoption that we will have for crypto as we go forward. So let me give you some backstory and lead up into this, because what good would a story be if I just threw it at you guys straight up? So just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel, as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. So first off, we got to look at where crypto is headed. So right now, the experts say that we're going to reach about 1 billion users by 2030. And the population would be around 8.6 billion people. So we'll have about 11% of global crypto adoption in the next 7 years. So we still got a long way to go. But with that, the question you have to ask is, where is the money currently? And as we move towards this normie adoption, so to speak, where are people spending money? Remember, the goal of crypto is to get out of the traditional financial market, TradFi, and get into kind of being bankless and able to cross border payment, do all sorts of stuff without any friction, frictionless payment across borders and with unlimited opportunity. So for me, the next place to look in regards to this adoption is where are current normies spending their money that is global and frictionless. And what I mean by that is digital products and services. So this was a article that came out pretty much after the pandemic era. So you see June 9th, 2022. So after everything started calming down, and they were looking at where were the trends, what happened. So we saw with COVID that there was a push towards all sorts of digital goods and services, and there was already there, but this definitely showed us like, yo, they can lock you in your homes and all you have is access to the internet. Of course, you still need food and groceries and all that stuff, but it birthed a new idea that people started focusing on. So they said in 2020 alone, estimated 2 billion shoppers purchased digital products. So I think this will continue to increase, and that's what everybody else is saying as well. This will continue to grow. And in this article, they say that 83% of consumers expect the demand to increase even further in the post-pandemic stage, which is where we're at now. And they're listing the top digital products that we could see going forward. This is also some historical data on how those products have performed. So ebooks, this industry is projected to reach a whopping $170 billion in 2022. I don't know what it did, but I do actually still listen to ebooks, specifically Audible books. This is a great way, as Tony Robbins says, to condense decades into days. So I just finished reading a book by David Goggins, you know, all the stuff that he's gone through. And some people out there be like, books is pointless, da 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 da. But if you want one person's perspective and how they may have leveraged certain things and done stuff, a book gives you like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, however long it took, condensed into, you know, an Audible version in like 6 to 12 hours. So ebooks, I don't think are ever going away. The traditional classroom model sure is kind of antiquated, but ebooks are definitely going to be here because it gives you perspectives on things and combines things into one knowledge base for people specifically looking to kind of dig in on different topics. Audio, of course, comes in at 28.24 billion in the digital musical section. So you got Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. I use Spotify. It's like $2.99 out here in Cambodia. It's like cheaper than other places. They don't give a price for video because this covers a wide range of things, but we do know that that's not going anywhere. You're currently consuming this content via video. This was interesting. Designs. Demand for high quality designs like logos, graphics, brochures at an all-time high, 38 billion. So as we move to digital and we start selling more digital services, you need to make your stuff look good so that people interact with it. So there are tons of websites like Canva and FreePic, Seek Logo, all that stuff to get people to create the digital representation of whatever they're selling so that people engage with it. And then e-learning, I'm going to go into this in more detail, but this one grew dramatically in the post-pandemic era. Upwards curve of 2000, growing by over 900% in the last decade. So we got a list of like the top 5, but let's look at some of the ones that got brought up to me. I'm in this Telegram group called Drip Lab, and I posted my idea in there, and there was some feedback on it, and then some people posted some other ideas, and we know that Forex has some ideas for what he wants. So let's specifically look at the gambling and the gaming industry. So online gambling market size is projected to reach 153 billion by 2030. So that's nothing to shake a stick at. 153 billion, that's amazing. If we could get a slice of that, that would be great. But as I mentioned in the intro of this video, there's something that's even bigger than this and caters to a larger audience. So gambling's great, but gambling only caters to people that want to gamble. If you are in the normie category of global adoption in crypto, you probably have limited access to money, and you'd much rather get into something that's going to either guarantee make you more money, or that allows you to invest in, like, say, yourself and self-development that eventually leads to a skill that can make you more money. So gambling is 153 billion. Then we got gaming coming in at a very similar mark at online gaming market size to achieve 132 billion. So again, that's great. But again, this is a limited area. It's focused on people who only want to game, or the other one, people who only want to gamble. Now, here's the big bomb drop. And if you know my channel, you know I've already covered this. E-learning. E-learning is the future. E-learning market to reach a whopping $645 billion by 2030. And this is a low-end target. Some other estimates estimated at 1 trillion it's going to become. Because what's interesting when you look at e-learning, let's just say you wanted to learn how to play a game. So you find that on YouTube, brand new games that come out, people do walkthroughs and show you stuff. So that's actually e-learning in the gaming industry. And if you've never gambled before, you're also going to find people that have that skill to teach you how to gamble, how to bet, you know, whatever the case may be. So e-learning is the one size fits all for literally any and everything. Any new innovation or tech, you have to learn about it. And the best way to learn about it is from those that know it the most, and from a wide range of content creators or people in the space, so that you can get the most exposure to it. So e-learning actually reaches like everything digital in regards to innovation and moving forward, right? So this article here says that it's estimated to reach a $1 trillion market cap by 2028. So somewhere between 500 billion and 1 trillion by 2030, totally eclipsing and dwarfing gaming and gambling and any of these other ones as well. So ebooks and audio, I don't think any of those go. But again, let's look at this from the learning perspective. Yes, you could get a audio MP3 or something from someone, but let's say you wanted to get into creating music. Well, how the hell else are you going to learn about the newest things and tech and stuff like that to create music unless you learn it from someone, right? They got to introduce you to it, and then you play with it and get better at it. Same thing for books, you're learning. So that's technically, to me, that comes under the e-learning side. And if you want to design your own logos and learn how to use these tools, like I went and looked at, you know, Canva videos before I started making my own Canva thumbnails. So e-learning is the one that, like I said, eclipses everything. But let's dive into it even further to see where it's at currently in the, we'll call it normie or TradFi space. So I've never used this service, but I saw it popped up tons of times from Facebook. It's the masterclass. So they're always marketing these celebrities, so to speak, or high performers in their area of expertise, and you can learn directly from them. And they're actually really cheap. From what I saw, I forgot the prices, but it's like $30 to $45 a month. Oh, there you go, $15 a month. And you're getting direct video access to these people in their area of expertise. You know, learn from Gordon Ramsay or Serena Williams and whatever else, like just tons of stuff. So this is, again, e-learning. And think of this, let's fast forward, I'm gonna skip a little bit in my video, but Imagine if these people were actually marketing their services and selling it in blockchain or crypto, and then they can now reward the user who purchases and engages with them because it's going direct to from consumer to consumer. There's no middleman in this, right? So e-learning from elite individuals like this, or of course, e-learning from regular people who have created courses on, say, stuff like Udemy and things of that nature. So Udemy is another platform, has great content, walks you through what to do, how to do like ads, personal development, software, how to develop stuff, network security, you name it, they got courses for it. This is all e-learning. This is what's going to replace our traditional school system. So not good for them, but great for people in the innovative space and looking to leverage this and move forward with these ideas. I showed you guys this as well from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. They have their own platform that basically does the same thing and teaches people how to kind of create these courses, but on their platform. It's all about e-learning. And what they say is that every single person has their own individual story and journey. So regardless of who you are, the way you tell the story of how you overcame something or got to a certain point will resonate with a specific set of audience. So there's always going to be someone out there that gravitates towards you. The Drip Network is a perfect example. There are dozens of us Drip content creators, and not all of us have the same amount of subscribers. Why? Because the way we tell our Drip story or exchange information about Drip, that brings in specific people that want to engage with us and subscribe to us. So we get paid for doing this e-learning on Drip through the YouTube platform based on views. But here's another way that, yeah, each person's journey can be monetized based on whatever they're selling, whatever skill set is. And last but not least, we have Skillshare. I had some courses from them as well. They do the exact same thing. And I showed you guys this before as well with Fiverr, right? So what is the point that I'm getting at? So here's how all this ties together. So I already showed you that e-learning in and of itself is going to be between 500 billion and $1 trillion by 2030. And these are use cases right now that people in the normie space are utilizing, but people also in crypto still need to learn these skills and services. I'm currently going through a marketing course to market our new online training program. So I'm still using these services. What do I have to do? If I was all in crypto, I'd have to sell my crypto, send it to my bank, go to my bank, put it on the credit card, pay off the bill, whatever, and then purchase these services from like Fiverr or whatever the case may be using PayPal or my bank card. So if we were to create some sort of marketplace that has these services. Now, granted, we got to start small. We can't be Masterclass or Udemy right off the get-go. But within the Drip ecosystem, there are definitely different people within the space that has skills and services they could teach. DeFi Proof can not only sell digital music, he can also teach people how to mix and how to make music. These are videos he can offer that can be exchanged for crypto. I sell coaching services. Scott the Investor sells could sell marketing. Beach Office 365 could sell technical analysis and how to read charts. The list is limitless. But what I'm getting at is what can actually be done is in a way that Spritz Finance is done. I keep coming back to them because they have changed the game. The way this works is on the front end, you deposit any amount of crypto that you want from any EVM compatible chain. So take that same model, create a front end of different digital services that can be offered, and then any EVM compatible crypto can be deposited in exchange for these digital services. And right off the jump, because we have a large community, we can offer a large amount of services. So it can already take off by itself before even other people in crypto offer their services. So it's basically a front end similar to Amazon or whatever, Skillshare, any of these websites that are offering digital goods and services. So it can be video walkthroughs, it could be ebooks, it could be technical courses, whatever, something that's digital. It can be music. I don't know how the front end would look like, but the point is that all these different services could be offered. And then on the front end, a user just sees buy these services with crypto. So as long as they have an EVM compatible wallet and they have EVM compatible tokens, they just deposit their tokens on the front end. The back end contract, very similar to Spritz, would actually just sell those assets immediately for a stable coin. that could be paid out to the seller of the asset. That way that they're getting it paid in a stable coin. And then a percentage of the fees or transactions, just like Spritz, can go towards buying back our native assets. On top of that, if the seller, after a while, gets exposure to those native assets like Drip and the pig pen, that person can decide, I want to get paid out instead in the native asset. So instead of getting the stable coin, they could say, yo, I want to get paid out in Drip. I want to get paid out in pigs. And then now there's an incentive to actually hold our assets as well. And you can actually add additional yield. So the payout goes to a Faucet account, or the payout goes to a pig pen account, which, remember, Faucet has drips out 1% daily, so they can't dump them immediately. That's awesome. That's an incentive to stay within the ecosystem. Pay them out in pigs. Pigs has a 50-day vesting, right? So this has huge use cases. This is by far the best thing that we as a drip community can integrate. Now, on top of that, we have to look at how can affiliate marketing be linked into here? Because that is the big thing about getting user adoption, is how do you get the word out through non-traditional means? You want people to talk about this and share this. So Spritz allows this. One, they give you $10 off towards your first payment, and they match like a $50 bonus when you spend $50 to whoever you were referred with. So very similarly to us, we could offer each person can have their own affiliate link, much like the Animal Farm does for the entire website. They have a default link, and anyone that transacts within any of the sellers, different sellers on the platform, they would get a percentage of those total fees on the platform. Then on top of that, this is what makes it even more bullish, is that the actual seller can offer different incentives. So they might be able to control what additional level of perks they want to give, because it's their specific course that they're selling. They could kind of do it like royalties, like NFTs, and say, when this course is sold for $11.99, whoever uses this, whoever has signed up and used my affiliate link or is marketing this link on my behalf, I'm going to give them an additional 2%, 3%, 5% of this particular course. So now each person that has a platform and is selling something has an incentive to partner with content creators and influencers to market their particular service they're selling, right? Because all they are is being hosted on, for example, Udemy. And they're like, yo, I got this course to complete introduction to accounting and finance. If you market it for me, for every sale you get, I'm going to give you 5% of, the earnings. And then on the back end, on top of that, when the sale goes through, the platform has a fee of itself that goes towards the assets. So it's literally incentivized 2 layers deep, so to speak. And then this now gives content creators kind of a free-for-all to start reaching out to all these different people selling products and services, to try out their products and services, and then to market them. Because the more that they can shill these supportive platform services, different people, different content, different skills, then that's more affiliate links, referrals that they make. And it's providing value to the people watching it, clearly, because those people that are signing up are actually getting the skill they want. Now, what you have to ask yourself is, how can we stop bad actors and exploits and stuff like that? Well, you have the reviewable system that all of these already utilize with stars. So by giving feedback, that can allow you to ensure that anyone who is just trying to get assets and not actually provide the services gets a bad rating. 2, you can have an escrow wallet that holds the assets so that it can't be kind of rugged, and you have to submit your assets to be claimed by the buyer or the seller, and the seller has to submit whatever they're doing in exchange to this crypto asset or wallet. Like, it's a wallet and it holds the NFT. And on top of that, you can also, because within crypto, remember, all of your crypto assets are transparent. So you could actually make a requirement that for certain level of purchases, you must have a certain wallet history length and a certain number of tokens or assets or whatever on chain. So say you're buying a $1,000 thing, you want to make sure the blockchain scans and looks to see, okay, this wallet is at least 3 months old, it's got at least 100 transactions, and it has at least $3,000 on assets across multiple chains. Now, that will be a decentralized way to kind of KYC And then you could also add that this person has made, like eBay used to do, has made, 3 transactions or whatever on our platform. So it forces people that are trying to scam, it makes them, 1, have to have wallet history, 2, have to have moving funds across multiple chains, and they have to be there for a while. And 3, they would have to actually purchase other things on the platform. So there's no real way to completely eliminate this, same way there isn't on this traditional way, but blockchain allows a level of transparency and cross-checking in the background to where we could do that all in a decentralized way. So anyway, hopefully that gave you a good insight on how this could actually work. And I think this is true innovation that needs to be leveraged within the space. Oh, and to tie this to the super chats, remember Forex is big on the super chats. So this works with his model because he wants a way for people doing content creation on streams to be able to get paid in crypto assets. Well, if you have been selling these courses and you are gaining traction, or you have a platform already, you can now offer different features to people who have purchased your course. So say you purchased this complete introduction to accounting and finance, you can now do a live stream, answer questions to people who bought your course, and in that live stream, they can use the super chats that Forex wants to integrate. So it's literally bridging the gap between what he's looking at as well as where the future is going. And this currently does not exist in the space. So we need to, within the animal farm community, think of ways to be disruptive and leverage tech that everybody is going to need and utilize. And e-learning, as I showed you by the numbers, is something that everyone will need to have some level of access to. If you're watching YouTube content, you're learning something typically because you're going to look up something. And those great content creators have courses, they have, other things that they sell. And this is a way to bridge that gap with a currently fragmented market of Masterclass and Udemy and Skillshare and all that stuff like that, because none of these are currently allowing crypto assets. And if you allow any asset, then this can now be marketed to any influencer, any content creator, because you're not marketing, what would you call it? Ponzi-nomics. You're offering true utility. And since we as the Drip community have hundreds of net thousands of different people, we can be the first ones to put our brick out there of different services we are willing to offer and start getting traction on this. So please call to arms to all you that have stuck around this long, share this video, find out who has these skills to get this done. This is true utility. Let's also, in the comments, tell me ways it can be improved and ways we can make it more secure, more robust, all that good stuff. Turn it into a brainstorming session. Doesn't have to be my idea, but something surrounding this, I think, is the juice. I showed you the numbers, and I think it would gain even greater attraction moving forward. It adds real utility, no Ponzi-nomics, has amazing value that can be offered back towards the ecosystem in regards to purchasing back our assets, and any and everyone in crypto can use it. And as normies adopt it, they can use it too and integrate into their everyday life. So you guys know the drill. Hope that provided value. If it did, you know the drill. Smash that HBO special brother out. Like, comment, subscribe down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.